要不要看10年前的林俊杰？请仔细看10年前的 JJ。
I think we're watching him watch himself, which his hair. That's all. Just his hair. Okay, so he comes by his melodrama. Honestly, this is, well, I mean, he's laughing at himself. Listen to his vibrato back then. Right? Slow and thicker. He has modernized his vibrato. But even then, a really good vocal technician and artist, right? Even back then. You know, early on in our careers, we just gotta make it work. You just gotta use the tools you have and the staging you have and the single female duet partner you have, and you just have to make that a show. And he's doing it with his middle part and slower vibrato, but still talented. Just a second, is this the same performance? Did his hair change? We have the same hair. You know, for a singer or an artist earlier in their career, they are generally less concerned about artistically what is going to sound good to the audience, stylistically and artistically. And we're generally more concerned about ourselves, our voice, our technique, again, ego. So it takes maturity. It takes an artist and a singer a lot of maturity to start making decisions that are for the audience and that serve the song and the audience. Don't just serve any indulgence that we have as a singer, right? That might feel good to me, but you know what would sound better? And it takes thought to make those decisions. I have to be cognizant of making those decisions instead of just doing whatever I want. And his younger years are no exception. He's a little bit more indulgent, a little less thoughtful about what is a good idea versus just what feels good and easy. Okay, so we've gone from him in recent-ish years, watching himself in his younger years, so I'm now getting the idea that this is in fact a very popular artist. Of course, I'm not surprised because he is very, very good, but this does look to be like a quite large crowd. He's lovely.
想你就平衡不了，呼唤的还是忘不掉这风暴。心一跳，爱就开始煎熬。
I don't know if I'm supposed to be reviewing her, but this tone is, this is an example of a very fine singer, but for whatever reason, I don't know. I mean, her pitch is wonderful. There's really nothing to complain about. I will keep listening. I don't know. I will keep listening. Okay, so great control, but I don't know. It's probably, one of my suspicions is that it's slightly mask-based, meaning our tongue position is what directs the sound either sort of down and forward out the mouth or up and out the nose, but not just the nose, the mask. Some people prefer a more masky sound. We call it twang. I've never liked the name twang because it makes it sound like country music, but it's actually a term meaning a sound where a vocal technique where we're hearing more of the face because the sound is traveling up and out the face, not just down and out the mouth. It's never been my preference, but some people really like a more twang sound. I don't even know if it's twang. Okay, look, this singer's pitch is wonderful and her control is absolutely wonderful. I think it's maybe that this sound is more classically inspired, which for me, I think classical singing is fine, but I prefer it in the realm of classical singing. And then in pop music or more contemporary music, I personally prefer more contemporary kinds of sounds. For all I'm assuming this is a well-known singer and a very well-loved singer, and so therefore don't come for me. I'm sure she's great. It's not usually what I prefer from contemporary music just out of a singer. How do I do it? So as opposed to sha, right? That's a more contemporary. She's, I don't even know if I can demo it. Sha. It's more resonant, more classical. I don't know if that's a good example. Great control. You know what it is? She's choosing a more head voice. I don't think I've ever said this. I don't love the terms head voice, chest voice, mixed voice, because they're very difficult to define for the average listener and even experienced coaches and singers like myself. It's a very broad term. There's a lot of shades of gray within each, but I will say that she tends to use a less chesty or thick or broad talky sound. It's all up here. It's all so pointy. It's less you know what I mean? It's less belty. It's less poppy. It's more
转高，在显得太深的海底，我也只剩下我自己能依靠。
There it is. That's what I was kind of hoping would happen. She's really good vocalist. And she's now showing that she has a lot of different colors in her voice. Hey! I don't love it. I don't love it. It's a little oddly high. And you know, it's great when I think people get always very impressed when men sing as high as the average woman can. This is high. It was a bit pitchy, which fair. It's a live performance and it's very high, but also it seems like a weird, unnecessary, I don't know. Hold on. I feel like you guys are gonna come for me, but I don't love it. I've already said what a beautiful, he's awesome. I don't know, I don't like the direction of this. And I think, again, as a singer, it's very exciting and enticing to take opportunities to show off the outer edges of your voice and push boundaries, but it doesn't always serve the song and it doesn't always serve the listener. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but he was singing the exact same notes as her. And I mean unison. I don't mean octaves apart where he's on a low C and she's on a high C. I mean, they were on the same notes exactly. I'm gonna assume that this might have not been on purpose or it's a strange direction. And therefore, I have to give her credit because she just rocked it. He was on her note entirely, stepping on her note. Maybe it was the plan, but they were both quite in tune when they were singing unison, which is hard, right? When we're singing the exact same note, that's when it's very easy to hear any little wiggles outside of that. So they held that together very nicely. I just don't know how pleasant it is. Okay, so now they're singing the same note, but she is an octave above him. And I'm wondering if that's what was supposed to be happening, but he just went with some other instinct or something that just happened. I think he forgets his part. I think he genuinely forgets his part. And my heart goes out to him, especially when you are as talented and as hardworking and as well-rehearsed probably as him. Well, I don't know if well-rehearsed is the best description in this case, because I think this performance has gone off the rails. I still think both of these performers are fabulous, but this is, I don't think this is right. I actually think his face was like, hee hee, ooh, ha ha. I think he knows and she knows and they know and hoo